Hi, this is Gemma from gemmastone.org, and the last vlog that I did seemed to strike a chord with a lot of people. I had a whole bunch of questions as a follow-up to that one, so I decided to address a few more issues. So here's the question for this week. Gemma, I'm so glad you're doing these videos. My inbox is stuffed with emails and newsletters, and yours is the only one I look forward to. Thank you. My question is this. I know that some of the things you talked about in your last video are going to help me deal with the family drama during the holidays, but my father-in-law is the most difficult person I've ever met. Whenever I get around him, I can feel myself completely shutting down, and I really don't want to feel shut down over the holidays. Any tips? And this is from Kay. Thanks for your question, Kay. So yes, there's so many things that you can do. Last video, I addressed a bunch of psychological strategies, so this one I feel like it's better answered by a more spiritual strategy. So we all know people that are incredibly difficult, the most difficult people that we've maybe ever met or ever experienced within our life. And sometimes you can try all of the great strategies that are out there, but it just feels like nothing works. And then you feel like as a last result, you begin to shut down. And the sad thing about shutting down is that I like to call it closing off your heart. And so when you close off your heart to someone, what happens is you're actually activating these ancient neural pathways that we have. And so if you think about, again, where we came from, way back when we were in tribes, there was categories of people. There was us, all the people in our tribe, and there was them, all the people outside of our tribe. And so to the people inside of our tribe, we were very loving and nurturing and protective and supportive. And the people outside of our tribe, we were very competitive and, fighting and struggling for resources and all of that stuff. And so what happens is when you have an open heart, those neural pathways are supporting that person as being us. And when you have a closed heart, all of a sudden those neural pathways change and they perceive that person as being them. And what that does is it activates the fight or flight response. And that, activating the fight or flight response, causes a whole bunch of problems. So it increases likelihood for illness and for disease and for depression and anxiety. And it's not a great state to be in unless you really do need to fight or flight. So in order to prevent that from happening, you might first have to set some healthy boundaries. That's really important. So maybe you don't make the phone call, maybe you don't extend the dinner invitation, maybe you stay in a hotel, and those are all completely okay things to do in order to help yourself feel healthy. Once you've set the healthy boundaries, then maintain an open heart, first of all, just by noticing what it feels like to have an open heart versus a closed heart. So often an open heart feels very kind of warm and inviting and peaceful and very accepting, and a closed heart feels usually very heavy and constricted, and it just doesn't feel good, just yucky. Okay, so once you've decided what it feels like for you to have an open heart versus a closed heart, then you're gonna know how close you're moving into having an open heart with this very particular difficult person. So there's three sort of strategies that I like to use. Two are visuals and one's an actual kind of physical thing you can do. So first of all, imagine yourself with this person as the sky. You are the sky. And no matter what clouds come into the sky, no matter how dark or stormy they are, the sky remains the same. And the sky remains untouched and unchanged and undamaged by these storm clouds. Of course, the storm cloud is the difficult person. So you're the sky. No matter what happens, no matter what comes through, you remain the same. Open, beautiful, blue, you're there. Okay, first visual. The second visual is to imagine that person the person himself is like a warm fire, and around the fire has grown this kind of prickly vinery that's like a lattice. And when you're interacting with that person, try to focus on the fire, the warmth, the light that's inside, and not the prickly lattice that's been grown as a result of their life experiences. So that's the second. And then the third is, this one is one of my favorites, and I use this a lot. If you imagine the difficult person, you close your eyes and you imagine them, and you just send them good thoughts. So my favorites are, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you not suffer, and may you feel loved. And so close your eyes, imagine the person, send those good wishes their way, and that energy might end up getting to them, but if not, at least you've changed your psychology around it, because it's really hard to be shut down when you're wishing a person these wonderful thoughts. So those are the strategies I have for you, Kay. Hope that's helpful for you. Thank you so much for your question. And if you want your question answered next time, just send me an email and I'll be happy to try to come up with something helpful. Hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.